We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military.
Welcome back. The Trump administration has been nothing if not steadfast in its opposition to diversity, equity, and inclusion. CBS News investigation, however, finds that those anti-DEI positions are in conflict with the work done by Vice President Vance's mother-in-law. I want to bring in CBS News investigative reporter Graham Cates for more on his reporting. Graham, what have you found out?
Sure. So JD Vance's mother-in-law is in her own right a public figure. She's the provost of one of the colleges at the University of California, San Diego. And she's really been a leader in diversity, equity, and inclusion at the university. She helped create a pilot course on race, ethnicity, and gender in biology and medicine. It's a course that's still offered today, almost a decade later. She served on the university's Biological Sciences Diversity Committee, and she's kind of written proudly of her school's commitment to diversity. A letter on the about page of the college where she's a provost says that she wrote that there's an opportunity and responsibility to address systemic racism. She says specifically anti-Blackness and anti-Asian racism. And as you mentioned, that kind of, it doesn't jibe with really some of the marquee achievements of the White House in terms of trying to pare back DEI across sectors and across the country.
And Graham, this is not a scandal, but it is interesting because those in the Trump universe refer to diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives as basically racist. And yet JD Vance's mother-in-law not only advocates, but proudly advocates on the benefits to be derived educationally and otherwise from those very initiatives.
Yeah, and we asked the vice president about this, and he said that this is no different than what a lot of Americans experience when there's a person in their family who maybe has a disagreement with them on something politics. He said his approach is just to get over it, and that he still loves his mother-in-law and really values his parents-in-law and their relationship with his children. And he spoke adoringly about her previously, too.
Of course, that's not the point of the inquiry, whether you love your mother-in-law or not. That's a completely separate issue. It's just, do you have anything that you've learned through your mother-in-law about these particular initiatives of which she is obviously so publicly supportive of?
Sure, and we put that question to him, and we didn't get a response directly to that. But since the very beginning of his political career, I mean, right when he first started running for Senate in 2021, his advocacy against DEI has been one of the main focuses of his speeches, of his campaigning. He early on quoted Richard Nixon saying professors are the enemy, and said that universities need to be attacked for their support of DEI.
Maybe just not his mother-in-law. We'll find out. Graham Cates, thank you very much for that reporting. Appreciate it.